Hello, good people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Time check 7:30 a.m. here in Dhaka. It's a weekday. It's a bit uh, early in the morning, but already the noise started. People are going to work, and our next door we have a school. Man, this kind of time, like I am just waiting for one more day because we have Ramadan coming up. So I would like to wish all the Muslims all over the world Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Mubarak. You're going to be fasting for a month and purify your soul, and do some good soul purifying sort of for the month or something, not just abstaining from food. Also do some good jobs and deeds, right? So yeah, that's coming up. So that's going to be a good month for people. Maybe less noise also, which is good because school will be closed, thank God, for 50 days. That's nice. So I sound a little bit sometimes like, not a nice person, unpleasant old uncle, grumpy. Yeah, it's true, but I don't like noise. Every morning, man, this school, from morning 8 a.m., like 7:30 a.m., all the way to 3:30, 4:30 p.m., our whole road is blocked and stuff. So I don't like that. I don't like all the noise and all the mic and music they play. Anyway, so I have done already two videos and I'm enjoying my coffee still because I'm trying to wake up. I have this particular topic on mind because yesterday I was watching my community's best friend, Chad, a gentleman's journey, who is the OG reviewer, who is my mentor in a way, my big bro. He is now you see he's bald and stuff, but I've been following him since 2000, I would say 14, and it's been like 11 years I know him since his work. Through his work, and he's a friend of mine. I'm gonna relax a little bit, sit like this, and sorry, put it up a little bit. Yeah, it's not pleasant to be seeing some bosom and stuff. I'm getting really like, I'm walking every day, man, but I'm eating also to make up. I'm getting really bulky and stuff. Yeah, but anyway, so I would like to share with you a few things. So I saw his video, and he made a video about why don't trust fragrance community or reviewers, something like that. I forgot the title actually, but he was saying the addiction in this game, it's really bad, and most of our influencers or reviewers like us don't trust us. Trust your nose. So he said some pretty solid lines, and he is special. Chad is special for a reason, that he is not a person that is very, he says a lot of dark humor, dark jokes and stuff like that, like trying to make fun of himself. But I absolutely adore this man. I think he's beautiful. When he said beautiful bee, he says one word, and I think he's a wonderful soul because we talk a lot. He's from Canada, and I think he's the reason why I'm here today. In many ways, I would not say like I haven't done anything. I have done my hard work, but you need like a kickstart. This guy gave me that. He made me a part of a collab video few times, and I was featured there in States, Canada, and then somehow people like, who's this brown guy? And I feel very grateful. I keep mentioning until this last day. I will mention whenever people are nice to me for, some part of my life. I'm always grateful. This guy, he does this for many people. He is very good. Sadly, you see his channel is at 30 something thousand, which is very unfair. Life is not fair because I feel he is the one who should get so much more subscribers, because hate it, love it, doesn't matter, but he is the one who's been grinding throughout the year. And I know him like he was thin, he was younger, and he was reviewing a lot of these beautiful fragrances back in the days. His reviewing style was a bit nervous in the beginning. Beautiful photo in the back of his back frame, and his tower where he lives, next to his very beautiful country he stays. So I really appreciate the work he does. Thank you so much, Chad, once again. You are the man. But the topic he was saying, that man, I think I'm done buying. I'm not going to buy any more bottles, and you don't need more than 30 bottles in your collection, or 10, something like that. So I would like to share with you something that, I'm part of this journey, and I'll tell you one thing. To some people this looks, oh yeah, you have 1,000 fragrances plus, you have 2,000 fragrances, wow, it's great. Some people have 5,000, right? It's impressive. you know in this world, people appreciate you. People go like, wow, they respect you if you have money, if you have bling bling, if you're doing a review. If you don't have anything in your background, okay, it looks like not impressive. Some people may say, oh, this guy has no collection. Some of the other reviewers have backup bottles of Dior, Privia line, they have niche line, whatever. Those, we respect their opinion. I don't think that's how that works. because there is this risk when you have a large collection, your nose got so much more advanced than others. Let's say I'm a viewer and I'm watching uh, without any, we have no clue, what to expect. And we see like some of the reviews, which is very impressive, but we buy those niche or very expensive ones and we see like, oh, was that. So you must have suffered from this at to certain extent, because I'm sorry, man, what's itching? Yeah, old guys like, oh, will make these noises, and like we fat, you cannot just relocate so fast. You'll be like, sorry, you know. Sometimes I just make fun of myself too. But being old is not pleasant. Sometimes your knees go like f you. In the morning you try to get up from the bed and you go like, oh man, I hate my life. In the morning you have diabetes and you just go like, oh. Half asleep you just go and like, I have to pee, and I just absolutely hate it. It's not ending. And you're like, blip, 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 what a gross thing to say in the morning. But anyway, I'm just trying to wake up feeling better. When you sleep, sometimes you feel better because sleep is the best remedy, and your body restores when you sleep at night after 10 p.m. Okay. So anyway, I was saying, man, why am I so lost focus? So I feel several ways, several things I'll just share with you. I have spent, just like many other reviewers like Chad or other guys, they have must have spent thousands of dollars. I would not say I maybe spend that much, like, because I bought mix of Middle Eastern designer niche and more of affordable perfumes than expensive niche, because there was a time I was crazy, and in a way that I would buy if I see something. Oh man, I saw that fragrance, I want to review that. For review's sake, I bought many fragrances. I did not care for my page. I did not think of how I'm gonna run the last 10 days of the month, or the even last 15 days of the month. Sometimes like last 20 days of the month. First 10 days I spend all, and I'm just broke for the 20 days. I'm like, this month, February, it happened with me. I did not have much sales. I have a Decant page to support my page. You guys know that. I've been doing this since 2017, because there's obviously there's no sponsor. You have to do your own work. And in Bangladesh, to be established, doing something, to make it your work, you have to work about a decade. I have done my 9 years. So it was not easy, but I invested so much money that I needed to, because I was crazy. I was like, I want this for myself. Sometimes I went crazy. I see a fragrance, oh, it's a niche, 200 something dollars, I'll do it. And I have that page and nothing sold on that page because it's too expensive for a decant. So these are the things, sort of things happen. And when you don't do the maths properly, if you know accounting, debit and credit side, if they don't balance in a trial balance or balance sheet, you see your credit is so much more than your debit. Means like you owe people, or your credit card bills are higher. You could not cover it with your month's income. You could not afford your expenses, so you're running on credit or dues, or loans, which is not good. Some of the worst thing in life is the pressure of loan, or people you owe people. That's the most horrible feeling, because I personally, I faced these times. I have gone through this dark period when I spent so much more than what I earned, and I took fragrance on credit from certain page, and I was falling back paying them because I was like addicted. So you buy more, more, more. You want to burn yourself, and in the process you burn your money, and you burn your peace of mind, mental peace of mind. And this is not changed right now, because yeah, I do have earning so much more than before. By grace of God, He's the one who decides. And obviously I worked hard, and with my people who helped me, obviously I always mention who I'm grateful to. So I'm single right now, but I do give credit when it's due. So a lot of times, it was not just me. Life was easier in a way that if you can get, oh, someone can, lend you money. Say you are out of cash, and say, hey, bro, I'm going to pay you next month. Can you get me this? Or I take a loan from someone, and it's easy. When someone's like, here's a credit card, you go and spend, you pay me next month. That blood rush, spending the money, when you actually, in general, not just perfumes. I love spending money on perfumes, but I have this thing, addiction on spending. And I just realized it recently. Month of February, I suffered so bad. Some of the months I suffered so much in my life, but this was one of the worst. I hit rock bottom. I went like not even $50 in my pocket. We've given so much perfumes, so much reviews I do. And I saw myself like, I am forced to eat crappy food. I order food and I eat. I don't eat at home much. But I went down to the level of spending money where I thought like, oh, let's look for a deal. Okay, I tell myself, oh, let's eat cheap today. Let's eat some curry and stuff from a not very reputed shop. And in the process, I just realized cheap doesn't pay off in the end. You end up spending more, and you feel not so good. I'm just giving you the example of real life. There's no fancy makeup stories, or I don't want to give you lies. Okay, when you do this work, sometimes you think, oh, this guy has car, he has this house, he's living, he has so much perfume he buys, and he's happy. Not necessarily always. Sometimes I push myself to do the reviews because I have to do the work. Just like Chat said, I have to sit here two, three videos to make some earning end of the month because the paycheck will be, sent. So you want to maximize your earning. So if you do this work as your work, it will be stressful. And let's say, imagine you do this work at the same time you have other jobs. Your life would be very hectic, especially if you have family, if you have children, if you have bills to pay, if you have house to buy, like Chad did. Your mindset or outlook of life will change. So fragrances are meant to be what? A leisure, a hobby, or interest that take you out of stress. But imagine this thing becomes your biggest stress because you become addicted. And this is something that's going to happen without you knowing. You'll be thinking, what a sweet treat. I'm going to get myself like an Aventus today, or something as a special day. And this thing, it becomes addiction. How? Because you see many shops who suddenly have this new perfume, and you want to get that brand new fragrance. Okay, the new Dior Sauvage or new Dior Intense. You have become habituated. Okay, because I want that bottle, I want the latest perfume to show everybody. In the end, what do you get? You show someone, people say, great, you're a great collector, you are great spender, you're so passionate. After they forget, they don't care. They don't remember what you spend the money on. Unless you do content creating, buying hundreds of fragrances makes no sense, because you are one thing going to be running out of space in your house. You're going to be spending so much money that you don't even know what perfume you have. Sometimes they're collecting dust, or the worst thing yet is you'll never be able to finish all your bottles, even half of the bottle, one third of the bottle, if you have a huge collection. Okay, this is the downside. So at times, what I did when I went through last year, a little bit of a financial issue. I had gone through a very tough period. Okay, because I was going through some personal stuff. It was not easy psychologically, mentally. I was not at peace, and I was also not doing good financially because market is bad since last 6 months. Economy is very bad. So overall, I'll tell you, I'm pretty sure nowhere in the world it's happening happy right now. Okay, so means you have to watch what you're doing. And it's very easier said than done, much easier said than done, because I'm still not out of it. I hold on like 3, 4, 5 days, and I feel like, this is how addicts work. Let's say you're abusing substance and stuff. It's as bad as perfume addiction. Any addiction is very bad. And this is why I'm trying to do this video from time to time, to let you know, if you're already in it bad, it will be really difficult for you to recover. Because that blood rush, if you imagine like a card, cash is one thing, you feel sad, like, oh, cash, my wallet is becoming thinner. Credit card, you don't see it. When you spend, you feel so much happy. But end of the month, when you have to make the payment, you feel pressurized, because maybe it's like, I have to sell a few bottles, I have to sell someone belonging, I have to sell my car to pay the bills. That time, it's like being treated for cancer. So that's like, you feel it in the kidney, you feel it at the, you're losing a part of yourself. I feel the same way when I had to sell some of my bottles, some of my favorite fragrance. I cried. I do not tell you this, guys, because that's just pathetic, because why would you put yourself in that place? Yeah, I'm burning myself every day. Recently, I've talked to one of my fragrance community brothers, one of my best friends, I would say, well-wishers, Nikhil Bhai. He is the perfume guru from India. He reached out to me. He said, "Are you okay, Joy?" I said, "Why do you ask?" He said, certain times I've seen your videos. It seems like you're kind of under stress, medical conditions. I told him, we talked for hours, and he told me some very good advice. He shared some of his life stories. I don't want to reveal, because I have full respect to his friendship and his, confidence in me. But he gave me some really good advices as a doctor, as a human being, and also what he went through in life. So I try to learn. It's not possible to correct yourself, but I am trying to understand the value of money. Money is very easy to let go, very difficult to earn. You spend $100 somewhere, very easy. I feel, when you receive a paycheck, you go this blood rush. I am rich. I'm rich. And I'm just, let's gonna go and spend all the money in 2 days, It happened in COVID. During COVID time, everything was closed down in Bangladesh 2019, and some of the shopping malls would be open from 7 a.m. all the way to 3 p.m. or something like that, and after that they'll close. So we would go rush. I would go rush like, hey, let's get some food. Let's get some stock supplies. I would buy like bag full of. I love shopping. Horrible. Sometimes when I say this, I feel guilty. And I spend so much money, like $300 worth of supplies, and I'll finish the food within 2 days. All the candy bars are gone, all the cookies are gone, all the juice is gone. I'm like, this is gonna last me a week. It didn't last even 2 days. Okay. So same way, I'll tell you, you have to balance life some way, that you have to eat good food, you have to get new clothes sometimes to feel uplifted. I do have enough in my life, I think so. I like to say thank God, because I like to wear. You'll see me wearing not brand new clothes every day. I wear same glasses. I bought 3, 4 glasses, but unless they finish, unless they expire or broken, I don't like to purchase, like keep purchasing new clothes. Where I'm gonna keep them, right? And my phone, I like to use my phone as much as I can. I have the record of using one of the Nokia's for 6 years. So in the end, I would like to say, whatever you do, not just perfume, spending money is very addictive. And sometimes if you don't do it, and if you're used to it, you'll end up buying a lot of stuff you don't need. I'll show you sometimes. I have a hobby. Some of you just think this is cheap. What I have. Yeah, I do have a thing for watches. I do like Casio. I do have other brands, but mostly sometimes I see these watches which are affordable to you, but sometimes I can't afford the real deal, so I buy homage, like these watches. And these watches are cheap. I'll tell you, these watches are cheap, okay, compared to big brands, okay. But I do have some iconic watches. So why am I showing you this? Okay, and very affordable watches as well. Like these are the Poitiers, the China made one, but these are not very expensive, $15, $20. So I have few hobbies. I have pets. I like to buy pets, like buy pets. Yeah, birds. Sometimes hamsters, sometimes ducklings. I like spending time with fish. So I have quite a few hobbies, and whatever I like, I have to spend a lot for their food, for their fruits, supplements and whatnot. And I will just always look like, where can I spend the money? And I'm letting you know this because you relate. You'll be thinking like, I need an excuse to buy something. I need to buy something today. Just anything, garbage also. I want to buy a lollipop. I want to buy a pen, because I like it. And without spending, you'll not feel good. So I come to realize one thing: when you actually run out of money, you don't have any more money to spend, then you realize you hit rock bottom. Okay. I'm doing a long video. I am not ashamed of it. Some of you may hate me for it, but I'm gonna say these things. Okay. Sometimes I feel like I am helpless. I am helpless in a way that I cannot control it. Like, sometimes, it feels like a criminal thing. I know it's a sickness. And when you understand this, it will be better. You earlier you understand, it will be better you start battling. I've been battling for 9 years. It's not easy. I don't have any savings, but I'm thinking right now I should have some savings. If I have any medical condition, I have to go to doctor, if I need an operation, or let's say my car meets an accident, God forbid, I need to fix it. Then I need some balance. So many people who are smart, who are responsible, they do have savings, and they still tell me that, bro, trust me, it's not enough. I have savings of, let's say, 1 million. It's not enough. Why is it not enough? Because life is about expenses. Let's say if you have wife, if you have parents that to take care of, you have to pay for children's education, and these are not cheap. Buying supplements, food, if you're joining a gym, everything costs money. Even buying water costs money. So I would say, uh, slowly realize, give yourself not hard time. I'm trying to give myself not too much hard time, thinking like bash yourself, like hate yourself, no. But I see sometimes I buy things nowadays what I am going to use. Very important. If I'm going to buy 10 apples, I'm going to make sure I'm going to eat them all, not just to keep them in the corners until they go bad. I'm not going to buy a perfume which I'm not going to be able to decant. Just telling you very frankly, because this is my line of work. Because if it doesn't sell, it's going to be a waste. I'm not going to wear this. I'm not going to be selling this. So better let it go. And if you buy new fragrances, let's say you bought 5 new fragrances, sell of equal amount to make it a balance. Okay, just some tips. It's not going to solve your problem drastically, but it will help. But if you keep piling on, you'll see at one point you don't even know Oh man, I have 10 Roja Dove. Oh man, that one I did have Enigma. I didn't know. And that's a tragic situation, right? So, if possible, realize it early. Uh, if I'm going to be doing these reviews, I'm doing this for my work. And as long as I can keep it as a work, I will work. But it doesn't mean you have to watch every single review and buy every single perfume. If you already have Aventus inspired fragrances, you watch other reviews. Oh, Explorer, Afghan Supremacy, not only in the CD name, some other ones. You just need the one, because you don't need 10 Aventus inspired perfume. They're all the same in the end of the day, right? So be a little bit smart, and also see the full review. Sometimes people just see the review popping and think like it's a 10 out of 10 review. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes I say different things. Other reviewers say different things. Let's say this is redundant. This is not long lasting. This is too expensive. This is, something repetitive, right? So nowadays, I would say avoid repetition. Don't have three Baccarat Rouge inspired perfume in a collection, unless, even if you can afford it. How many similar perfumes do you need? Another thing is holding the temptation. You see it, a perfume, do a very good discipline. How? You see it, oh, it's a new brand new release. Write down the pros and cons. Write down 10 reasons that why I want to buy this, and 10 reasons why I should avoid it. You'll see most of the time, out of 10, 7 would be cancelled, because those two or three that survive out of the 10 in your research process, those are the ones maybe a little bit unique. And make sure you buy them after saving. Do not buy it easily. Tell yourself, like, I am going to work this hard, I'm going to earn this much commission this month, and then I'll give myself a treat. Okay, when you go to gym, you do not give yourself treat every day, because there's no point. You become like, ugh, you become like the sexy thing, and you become like 150 kilos, so there's no point of doing gym, right? But imagine you have cheat meal every once a week or twice a week. That's fine. Have some sugar craving, have some donuts, fine. But work hard, have the discipline. Do not stay in sugar. Do not drink beverages so much. Do not eat a steak every day, right? So this will be bad for your body as well. So do exercise every day. Keep yourself positive. Take shower every day. It will keep you positive. And then the worst thing I'll tell you before I go is, I spend more when I have no income, when I have no business, because I'm depressed. I'm thinking like, oh, it's okay. Give yourself a treat, cheer yourself up. Things are better. Sometimes things don't get better. 10 days in a row, 15 days in a row, you don't have any sales. Imagine what happens. You see your bank account going down. You don't have any cash. Your wallet becomes thinner. Not a good feeling. You lose self confidence and stuff. I'm saying all this stuff just for you to realize sometimes life can be very harsh, and God doesn't like it when you're too greedy, right? So if you're too greedy, like me, or too addicted to fragrance game, perhaps you should maybe minimize. Let's say you buy a partial from someone. That's so much better than paying full retail of 200. You spend like $30 on a low partial. That's okay. You wanted that perfume bad, but imagine getting a decant. That's all you need, perhaps 10 ml of a reflection man. How much more do you need? You don't need more than that. So if you're playing the fragrance game, I'm not saying like I will be like a rude person. Hey, stop the game. Do not collect no more. No, I'm not gonna say that. But do not let this game become your burden. Do not let this game become your nightmare. Do not let this game, fragrance game, become your, uh, you know, how to say the word, like your baggage that you carry everywhere. Like you have, like like cancer or something. Sorry to say that's a very negative word, but this beautiful game can turn into a nightmare when you do not have control over other things. Sometimes you have fight with your uh, spouse or your wife or your girlfriend on the big reasons why I broke up, why we broke up. With it could be this. She told me like, you have addiction. You will never stop. You just always put priority to going to a perfume event, uh, buying a new bottle, and that perhaps does it. One of the reasons, right? So anyway, end of the day, that's all good and fun, as long as you can afford it, or as long as you keep things balanced. If you can afford your food, medication, supplements, vitamins, water, juice, whatever you need, balance your life. Do not just, you cannot drink perfume. If you are smelling nice but you're empty stomach, it doesn't help. Without good food, you'll never be able to cheer up. So make sure primary things first. Buy your food, have enough, money in your pocket. If you see something nice in the streets, okay, they're selling corn, I want to buy a corn. Simple example. If you have fuel in the car or not. If you have all those and you can still enjoy the fragrance game. That's the goal. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for watching such a long video. And thanks to Chad once again and some of the other reviewers who talk about addiction. It's real. So keep it in your mind. Sometimes give yourself a check. Okay, reality check. Am I okay? Am I enjoying the game? If you are not enjoying the game, take a break. Don't watch reviews. Do not go to the pages. Do not go to perfume sellers. Oh, then you see, oh, new perfume release. Don't go to YouTube. See other stuff, and you'll see after, if you can go through this, every time, rehabs. It's how it works. If you can go through those 10 days, 30 days, it will get better. First few days of Ramadan, I'll just give you example. It's very difficult for people to adjust. No drinking, no eating, and then you get, after 2, 3, 5 days, you'll get used to waking up early, in the early morning, eat, and the whole day. End of the day, next day you have iftar. It's just so nice. It's refreshing, and you get used to the idea of how poor people in the world cannot eat, and you feel the hunger, and you can, relate, right? So these are the some things I will try my best this month. Hopefully it will be good change. Have a nice day, and also donate money to poor and needy, and share your food and riches. That will be also good for, your soul purification. That's it. I'm not going to talk anymore. Just wanted to release some of the stuff out. You guys are my green mile. Take care. Green mile. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching, and stay safe, stay happy. And if you need to talk to someone, knock someone who cares for you, who are the people close to you. You might feel better. Sharing is caring. Take care. Bye bye.